Hi there, Randy Odom here, welcoming you to the David Center here in An Long Bang, Cambodia, the place where Krystal and I call home now that God has called us to work among the Cambodian people. And we just want to welcome you to our home, give you a little bit of a walking tour, a maid's tour as they say, so you can kind of see the place that God has brought us and the place that you are enabling us to serve Him and to serve His people. So if you ever come to visit, this is where you're going to be. We've got a couple of little gazebos here on the side of our driveway where we hang out with our kids in the tropical sunshine and stay cool. Here we have a big parking plaza in front of our chapel, which I'm walking toward right now. And yesterday, Pastor Mark Tyler and a team from Neighborhood Church were here. We had an outreach for about 250 people here with our little worship team from our kids and the band set up here and just preaching the gospel and sharing the good news. So we just want to welcome you and hope that you'll consider coming and partnering with us and visiting us and blessing us. And if you ever do, then you'll have a little bit of an image of the place where you may have a chance to visit us someday. All right, the first place that I want you to see is Home Sweet Home for Krystal and me. And this is where we live. This is our front porch, our front door here. God has, which you are welcome to come in anytime when you're here. God's provided us an amazing little 3-room apartment that we share with our Cambodian assistant, Ratana. And so we hang out here with the kids a lot during the daytime. Krystal teaches some English classes that are out here on our porch. And so we have a great time. We bought some orchids at the nursery for less than $2 each. Got them planted in some coconuts. And so we're living the tropical life, and hope that you'll come and live some of it with us. This is our chapel/multi-purpose room. We have a chapel service in here every night at 6 o'clock where our kids get together and worship the Lord. And this room gets a lot of use, and so obviously there are maintenance issues that are always in need here in our chapel. We've got some ceiling that's starting to fall in and need to be painted in here. And eventually I'd love to put a new floor in, but just lots of use goes on in this room. And so this is another project that if you come to the David Center, we might turn you loose on this and you can spruce it up for us, and that would be awesome. Here we have our kitchen and dining facility. Here at the David Center we have 51 children and a staff of 11 people that work together with Krystal and me to serve these children, and they eat their breakfast, their lunch, and their dinner inside this facility. The kitchen we cook with charcoal that we make ourselves out of trees, and it's an open-air kitchen. And then the dining facility is there, and our kids are on a rotating team basis where they clean and wash dishes. And you can also see our water filtration system there on the side where we provide clean drinking water for our children from a well that we have here on our property. And so we're praying that that well will always have plenty of good water in it for our kids to drink.
Here we are in our kitchen, and we have kitchen sink and kitchen counter in here. But I would like to have the same style outside of the kitchen so the children can wash their hands before they come in to eat. Also, they can do dishes outside of the kitchen.
We have 3 dormitories here at the David Center where our 51 children live. 2 of them are boys' dorms because we have 38 boys. And the building that is here nearest to me on my left is actually the dormitory for our older boys. And then in the background there, the building that is up off the ground, which is the typical Khmer style building, the Cambodian style building. That's for our littler boys. And there's a nice shaded area underneath where you're going to see some of them in the background there that are taking their afternoon nap, and a little volleyball court. There may be some volleyball action going on over there. So this is just kind of the daily routine here at the David Center. Places for our kids to stay, places for them to rest, places for them to play. So when they're not at school, they're hanging out here at the David Center. It's kind of like living at camp, which might sound fun to you. But when that's all you have, it's a different way of looking at life. And so we're just trying to provide a family atmosphere where they can grow up and learn how to be responsible and love the Lord Jesus and transform this society as they follow Him. If you need to do laundry, this is where you're going to do laundry. And you can see some kids over here they're down on their haunches and they've got their basins of soapy water and their scrub boards and their brushes, and they're doing their laundry. And this is the way that Krystal and I do our laundry every day of our lives here at the David Center. And you may as well join us in the experience of laundry in the third world. You won't find a Maytag or a Whirlpool or a Kenmore for hundreds of miles, but there's plenty of water, there's plenty of soap, we've got some basins for you, and a brush, and you'll be able to brush all that dirt and sweat off of your clothes. Short-term teams can do all kinds of things that come to visit us here at the David Center. We've got painting projects that could be done. As you can see, we have peeling paint here on the side of our chapel building. Also, we have a problem with mold because it's so humid and wet here so much of the time. So there's always manual labor kinds of projects. There's stuff that we can do with children, VBS kinds of things that we can do, camp kinds of things that we can do, English as a second language that we can do. And you don't have to be an expert in any of this stuff. All you have to do is love the Lord and let Him use you, and it can be amazing the things that He can accomplish. So just come with a willing heart and a willing spirit to just jump in, and God will use you amazingly. This is our bathroom facility for our children. We have 8 bathrooms that serve our 51 children and 11 staff. And this area is in need of some pretty significant refurbishing. The drainage system needs to kind of be redesigned. Some of the bathroom facilities themselves need to be remodeled and upgraded. We don't have showers in our bathrooms. They're actually just like large bathtubs that are full of water with a small pail next to it, and the children just grab a pail of water and dump it over their heads, and hopefully if they're so inspired they'll use some shampoo and some soap to clean themselves up. And then there are bathrooms that they flush in the same way. There's no tank on the toilet. There is just a toilet bowl that they use that same pail and grab a pail of water after they've used the toilet and flush it that way. So the water flows out. The sewage water actually goes into a septic system. The gray water that's from the showers just goes out this little boarded drainage ditch and under the wall into the neighbor's property, which is unoccupied field. So this is a project that perhaps God will inspire someone to come over and say, I can do that, and I want to see how the Lord would use me in that way. Here we are in the Anlongwang Public Market. It's about 2 miles from the David Center, and this is where our staff comes every day to buy the food that we cook and feed to our children. So just to give you a little image of what it's like to go shopping at Anlongwang Safeway, here we are. So here in the gazebo I find somebody who's kind of special to me, Mama Krystal. We hope you'll come to visit us. We'll treat you like royalty. You'll be a blessing to us, and hopefully us and all of our kids will be a blessing to you. So coming from the David Center in Cambodia, God bless you. We hope we'll see you here one day, and we'll leave the light on for you.